What's up, Scorpio? Let's see what the next 48 looks like for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Scorpio placements. You guys start off with the Knight of Coins. Could be dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You've got the Six of Coins. You have the Five of Wands, and then you have the Seven of Wands here, okay? At the bottom, you have the Ace of Cups. You have the Eight of Swords. And then you have the Five of Cups. What's going on here? You have new love. What do you... Some of you guys aren't ready, okay? Some of you guys might have met somebody and you weren't thinking it was going to go anywhere. Some of you guys were like, I'm going to try to put myself out there, go on the dating apps, go to the bars, go to the restaurants, go out with friends. You did. You might have met someone. There's a new opportunity here, but it does feel like it is out of place right now for you guys. Some of you guys are in your head, okay? Also, too, some of you guys, you might be going back into hermit mode when it comes to your love life, okay? I feel like maybe you aren't satisfied with the options that are out there. Maybe you've gone out on dates and they just didn't pan out the way that you hoped that they would. This just feels like strong energy of you guys just being really, really like in your head. Some of you guys could have gotten out of a relationship with somebody, but it was like more so somebody here had like commitment issues, right? And so it's just like, damn, it feels like a missed opportunity. Okay, so like, let's say, for example, you were the one with the commitment issues. It's like, you know that this person kind of checked all your boxes, but because you feel like you're not at that point in time, you're just like, damn, like, that sucks. Like, I might be walking away from the one kind of thing, you know, or vice versa. That's how they feel, like, that everything was good. So somebody here is kind of like in regret about having to walk away from something that was like really, really good. And I feel really, really good for them, okay? So again, some of you guys are feeling some kind of way. And so moving forward, you're just... I guess you just got to kind of live with it is what it's looking like. But you have the Eight of Cups here to the Queen of Swords. Some of you guys just might make your way back to whatever that situation is. But that's what I'm really getting here. Also, too, if you are resonating with that, it does feel like there's something here that needs to be worked on. You know, the fact that you feel that you don't deserve love or that you don't deserve this good person. I mean... that has nothing to do with anything other than your insecurities, and that's something that you can fix, right? So I would say maybe start looking into that if that's how you're feeling, okay? Knight of Coins here. I do feel like you guys are going to be saving some money in the next 48 hours. Some of you guys are going over bills. Some of you guys may have to pay certain bills. Okay, I feel like you guys are trying to like get your finances in order. So I do feel like you guys are going to be a little bit more cautious about what you're spending your money on in the next 48. You could have a trip planned. You could have like a goal, like maybe you want to get a car by the end of summer. There's just something here that you could be saving for. And so I do feel like in the next 48, you're going to be making sure to be, you know, putting more in your savings than you do in your pocket, okay? So I do feel that you guys are definitely on your way to making something happen here. Some of you guys have an unexpected bill you'll have to pay. This is like going to get your car serviced and you thought it was just going to be an oil change, but then it's like turns out you need something else. So I feel like there is like a little bit of an added surprise when it comes to your finances here in the next 48. Make sure that if you're signing contracts, if you're doing anything that has to do with like leases or loans or anything like that, make sure you're reading everything properly, okay? With the Six of Coins, you guys could be balancing things out, right? With that Nine of Coins to the Six of Coins, it just feels like, again, you guys are just making sure that everything is balanced and budgeted. Some of you guys are like cleaning your house in the next 48. You're organizing your stuff at work. You're organizing files. You could be organizing stuff like in your computer, okay? So whatever this is, I feel like there's a level of organization that's happening in the next 48 because you want to make sure that you're on top of things for a specific reason. So I do feel like that's what you're doing here with that Six of Coins, okay? I feel like if anybody's breadcrumbing you in the next 48, I see you kind of like really thinking about whether or not you want to move forward with this. With also too, be careful not to promise too much because I feel like you're going to like create imbalances for yourself in the next 48. So don't say yes to everything and everyone saying that you'll be there and then it's like you're not, okay? So again, oh, you guys could be preparing for a move as well. If you're trying to sell your house, I do see that there's an offer that's coming in. Okay, so there's something here about if you're trying to sell something, it doesn't have to be a house. If you're trying to sell something, you get an offer for it, okay? And then you have the Five of Wands here. It could be a little bit of competition, a little bit of drama around you in the next 48. But again, you're best to just kind of like stay out of it. All right? Like you want to keep your end of the street clean here, if you will, okay? With that Knight of Coins to the Six of Coins to that Five of Wands, it's like let everybody else around you fight. Let everybody else do what they need to do. Like you just stay focused on your tasks, okay? Again, it's like you don't have to enter yourself from, into situations here, because I feel like someone might try to drag you into something. If you're currently in some sort of dramatic situation, I feel like in the next 48, you kind of like see things for what they are. You're kind of putting the pieces together, and then you decide to make a decision whether to continue to be in that situation or to just remove yourself completely here, okay? So I do feel like some people could be trying to come in and rattle some things around, but I feel like overall you're going to be fine. I feel like you're kind of like the chandelier, right? It's like the house isn't being demolished, which means that that's not going to be destroyed, right? But if it's just like an earthquake or it's shaking, like you're still steady, you're still going to be where you are. You just get a little rattled here. So I feel like people might try to come in and disrupt your peace in the next 48. You're best to just keep being to yourself with that Seven of Wands here, okay? You could be blocking someone could be blocking you. I feel like a lot of you guys could just be blocking out energies just in general. If this is like you are trying to save for something, you are genuinely not spending money on anything or anyone. This is like being in equity, right? You can't touch your money until after 30 days. So again, it just feels like you're being very cautious. You're being very patient here as I split the deck and you get the Temperance. All right. So I do feel like you guys are genuinely planning for something, have been planning for something. Something could finally be happening here in the next 48. So I do feel like you guys are genuinely going to be getting the ball rolling when it comes to whatever the situation is. And I feel like you'll be making some calculated decisions. All right. So that's what I have for you. Hopefully this helps and resonates. Catch you on the next one.